Thanks, Chairperson. I'm raising on a point of information. Earlier, I've alluded to a resolution of council that was taken on the 27th of January 2022, which distinguishes between the responsibilities of being a chairperson and Section 79 chairperson, which it labels all the committees and names them on how they go about, and also put aside the responsibility of the chair of chairs, who will be responsible for chairing all these particular committees of Section 79, consolidating their reports and bringing those particular reports to council in terms of the Yellow Book. The Yellow Book, which is the bylaw that guides how do the chairperson put the reports before council in terms of Section 13 of the Rules and Orders. So I'm saying if you take the resolution and take the Rules and Orders, they distinguish between being an ordinary chairperson of Section 79 and also sitting as a chair of chairs. So that is my point of information, Honorable Speaker, and I believe that you have ruled in that regard. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Makhaleng. Masilela?
I'll go for Zela. Yeah. Chairperson, here's the distinction that is failing to understand. Whether chairpersons are separated, but they are chairpersons of portfolio committees. And that portfolio committee that is being disputed today and its establishment, there are no members. You first establish that there must be members, and then it must be the duty of council that then effects who will then become the chairperson, let alone that there is an existence of chairpersons, but they do not exist outside the committee, and that committee does not exist without it having its own members. So I'm not too sure whether it is just a confusion of the language of English that Makhaleng is using, but we understand his responsibility being a spin doctor of the DA. So what we are appealing to you is that let us not change prescripts of this August House. Let us not rush into doing things, because immediately it says here on the report that there is a position that is currently being served by the incumbent, and the incumbent then moves out. When that incumbent moves out into a new committee, who are the members of those committee, of that particular committee, which is currently being a subject of a dispute? There are no members. So he is going to become a chairperson of a committee that does not have any members at this stage. And in the last elections, we had to battle with the numbers of those that were to serve in certain committees. The ratio between these leading parties, being ourselves, the ANC, as well as the DA, it's going to be quite interesting where the numbers of those members are going to come from. And what you are going to experience here is a situation whereby other committees are going to suffer dearly, and you are speaking of a governance model which is to oversee the same work that you would have failed to oversee in existing committees. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Masilela, as logical as what you're saying sounds, would you have any reference on that members of the committee need to be appointed in the committee before there's a chair? Where do you read that?
Okay. The reference is simple. Can I come in? The reference is very simple. Sorry? Yeah, I've pressed. Yeah. Use it in a simple arithmetic exercise. No, wait. That's the reference. You establish a committee on the basis of having membership that will be serving in that committee. We would have done that in the recent past. We would have done it since the inception of a council. In this particular instance, you are establishing, vacating a position for someone to serve in a committee that is under dispute, which means that non-existent. So you are only creating that committee with only one person who will become a chair of himself or herself. Where are those members going to come from? Because even in the same current arrangement that we're having, we are lacking the number of members that are participating in committees that exist. Where are you going to get those members to participate in the new committee that is being established? It's a simple arithmetic argument.
Thank you. Our argument is procedure, and as I said, Councillor Masilela, with respect to your maths and your logic, I'm a maths person myself. You do not have, there is no a prescript that gives that perspective. The recommendations, and Councillor Maluleka, I'm going to move now to the recommendations again. And I'm going to make a decision. Yes, I'm going to make a decision. And the decision that follows that so I'm going to give you one more opportunity, Mr. Darren, then you move.
Yeah, Chairperson, logic must prevail. Before you move towards the recommendation, challenge my argument on the basis of science. If there is no science, then you can't move towards. What is your problem? Because you are not educated, you are just a bunch of fools. You are not educated, you are a bunch of fools. What? No, I'm not trying, I'm telling you that you are just a bunch of idiots. Thank you, Chair. These bloody idiots.
Colleagues, I'm going to move I'm going to move in this fashion. Having read the following statutes, I've already read Section 79 of the Municipal Structures Act that I'm moving. Please don't call me, I'm moving. Having read Section 79 of the Municipal Structures Act that deals with the establishment of committees and the appointment of a chairperson, which says must appoint a chairperson. Also having read the rules and orders of the city and the definition of what it means to be a chair of chairs on page 15, which will deal with the recommendation number 3. So it reads that in the definition of a chair of chairs, that a chair of chairs means the chairperson of a committee of chairpersons appointed by the council for the purposes of describing the new governance model for the city of Tshwane, approved by the council on 9 June 2011. And that therefore, recommendation number 2 and number 3 then refers to that. Then recommendation number 4 will then refer to 79 2C of the Structures Act. Based on that, I will move to place the recommendations of this report before council for approval as recommended. Do you require a division? Alaman Maloka, do you require a division? Do you require a division? Yes.
Yeah, no. We will not be party to entrenching more poverty, especially to the workers, and spite on their plight and welfare of this city. It's only, let blood be on your hands as buddies. We'll tell them when we get out of here. Thank you. We are register our dissenting vote. We are not supporting the item. Thank you.
All right, we will register the dissenting vote of the ANC Councillor at Middleburg. You want the same opportunity? Yes?
I request that my vote against be minuted. Thank you.
Yeah, and the dissenting or the vote against for Councillor Middleburg. You want to repeat? The council will note the dissenting vote of the ANC, and and will minute the strong objection by Councillor Middleburg and Councillor Williams Moses. Should I count you in? Sorry, let me give you the opportunity to speak for yourself now.
Thank you so much, Acting Speaker. I would also like my vote to be registered against this item, please. Thank you.
Councillor Williams Moses' vote against the item is registered. Colleagues, we move on. And that council has now approved the recommendations as amended. Thank you. We move now to section L, which brings us, I'm sure, a lot of joy, all of us, and especially after such a productive day, which is the conclusion of the meeting. Mahaleng, we're concluding the meeting, you are standing. Colleagues have not concluded the meeting. Councillor Governor, please have your seat. Councillor Mahaleng. Councillor Mahaleng, can we have improved on our conduct a bit today. There's still a lot of room for improvement in terms of our conduct in council and being a productive council. However, honourable councillors, thank you for your valuable inputs during the meeting. The meeting is concluded. Thank you very much.